Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark at GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I got a brand new coffee, courtesy of viewer Rodney Ripplinger. Thank you very much, Rodney. Hang on. A nice, really mellow, smooth cup of coffee. Yeah, he sent me a sample. I don't have the bag, but we'll show you an image. He sent me a sample bag of Cameron's coffee. It's available at Costco. It's also available on Amazon.com. So I will link it below if you're interested. I don't know what flavor he sent me. He sent me a very, very nice letter talking about it, and he said, he says here, we were talking about Cameron's coffee. I decided to send you a sample after looking to see if Amazon carried the Cameron brand. By golly, they do. So, you know, same packaging inside as the one I bought at Costco. So I think it's like $9 at Costco. Be careful at Amazon. They may be charging a little bit more. He said he saw it there for $28. I'm not sure if that was for one bag, 3 bags, or whatever. I've seen the price vary from about $15 on up. So just, you know, I'll try to link to something that's a little more moderately priced up there. But yeah, this is great. And it came whole bean, right? And I did use my coffee grinder to grind that up. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful cup of coffee. Again, I'm not sure. I think this is just a standard. Maybe this is the breakfast blend. But whatever it is, it's terrific. And I'm going to ask him which kind this is, and I'm going to get some more. Really, really terrific cup of coffee. And I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. You know what? Before we go any further, I got a comment in the 7,000 subscription giveaway video from Bjorn Stegler, who asked, is the giveaway international? If I can't enter, I want to say a huge congratulations. I love your vids and learning a lot. I still consider myself as a beginner. Bjorn, it is international. Anybody, any viewer from around the world can enter. We will ship it to your address, wherever it is that you're located. So absolutely. Vikings Blade told me that they will ship directly from them to the winner. If for some reason they can't ship to, I don't know, some distant location, for whatever reason, logistically, I don't know, they will send it to me. I will box it up with all the other items that I have here and send everything to the winner if it's somebody who's across the pond, that sort of thing. So yeah, it is international. So yeah, I hope I'll link it below. And if you haven't entered yet, just click on the link to the video, get over there, check out the rules and everything, and please enter. And thank you so much to everyone for entering and all the wonderful comments I've been reading. Just absolutely terrific. As you know, I'm not commenting back because I don't want to upset the balance when it comes to drawing the winner's name. I don't want my name to kind of mess things up in there, so that's why I'm not commenting. But thank you very much for all your kind words. Really, I really do appreciate it. So we'll be pulling the winner's name this Saturday, February 26, 2022, sometime during the day. I'm not sure exactly when, but we will pull the name. So I got a great cup of coffee. We got a great contest going, a great giveaway going. And you know what else? We got a morning shaving tip coming up right now. Okay, this morning's viewer shaving tip comes from viewer Miguel Montesino, and he has sent in a really, really unique shaving tip. And he writes, hello, Mark. I've been looking for a way to deodorize my Italian Boar brushes. Did you know there are shampoos and body washes specially designed for hunters? These products, different brands, can be found on Amazon and are intended to eliminate human odors in order for hunters to get closer to animals in the wild. Being a recent wet shaver, I figured I might as well use these types of products to deodorize the Boar brushes in my collection. I was able to completely remove odor from my brushes with just 1 or 2 washes. Wow, was I pleasantly surprised. Please note, I do not hunt. Warm regards, Miguel Montesino. Hey, Miguel, that is a really, really unique and original wet shaving tip. I know a lot of wet shavers out there that I have seen post messages on wet shaving forums or on Facebook. They will talk about getting a natural hair brush and talk about the odor that might be contained in those hairs and that has to work its way out and that sort of thing. This is a great solution. This is absolutely a great solution. And according to what Miguel says, it works. So if you're looking for a way to deodorize a brand new natural hair shaving brush, check this out. Now, he did not talk about a specific brand of product, but I did do a search on Amazon and I found a few different products that fit the exact description that he was talking about. I emailed him back and asked him if they were similar to this. I'll wait for him to respond to me. I'm pretty sure they are. And when I get the affirmative from him, I will go ahead and link to those products on Amazon or link to a main page where they have a selection of them. And then if you want to go in this direction, you can choose from whatever's on the page there. So really, Miguel, a really, really terrific shaving tip, something that I never knew it existed. I did not know that existed at all. So to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please, all you have to do is email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there also would like an original George signed sketch, all you have to do is email me a shaving tip. Email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and if I use it on the morning shaving tip, you too will receive an original George signed sketch. So thanks again for that shaving tip, Miguel. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, we got an extra shaving tip from viewer Charlie Wise. And Charlie writes, "Hi, Mark. For those folks who use the Cube 2.0 pre-shave, when the cube gets small, a lot of us have problems holding it and end up throwing it away. I found that if you use the cube such that you keep it as a cube, it will last much longer. You just have to rotate the cube each time you use it to keep its shape. Use this on the Monday morning mailbag if you wish, but I already have a picture from you and don't need another. Keep up the great work, Charlie Wise." Hey, Charlie, thanks very much. Yeah, I think I'm guilty of not rotating the cube. You know, I'm kind of narrow here like this. You can see I'm using it on this surface on my face a little more than the other sides. And really, I should rotate it and keep it more in a cube like this. This is the blue Sahwan scent. Oh yeah, this is a great scent. But yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that myself, and that's a very, very helpful tip. If you do use the Cube 2.0, just rotate it from one side to the other with each shave, I think is what he's saying, so that it stays a cube, and you take down each side equally with each shave as you apply it. So yeah, I'm definitely in the category of not not keeping it a cube. This one I've been a little bit better with, although I am using this one more often than some of the other cubes I have. This is 2.0, mentholated with activated charcoal and CK6. Like this a lot. And this blue Sahwan is a really, really nice scent. And I use it with the blue Sahwan shave soap, but I'm probably going to have to use it with some others and just kind of mix and match and see how it pairs up to some of the other shave soaps. But yeah, great shaving tip for people who use the Cube 2.0. And if you haven't used the Cube 2.0, really, this is really a terrific pre-shave. It really, really is. And just quickly, the way you use this is you wet your face, you rub this on, you apply it, work it in, really work it in like you're washing your face, then rinse it off. It really degreases the oils that are on the skin, preps the beard. Then you can while your face is wet from that rinsing, reapply it, work it in a little more, and now you have a nice soapy base that will enhance any shave soap that you happen to be lathering on, whether you're going to do a bowl lather or a face lather. Really works well with not only the PAA shave soaps, but shave soaps across the board. And I really do like it a lot. So Charlie, thanks for that tip. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, we're off to a good start. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Hey, before I go any further, I just want to say to all the viewers over there in Great Britain, I hope everything's okay. Hope things have warmed up and calmed down. You had a really intense storm there on Friday. I mean, London, people were saying stay inside, don't go anywhere because of all the high winds. Really, really some devastating storms. So I hope you came through that unscathed as possible. So my best wishes and thoughts and prayers to everybody over there in Great Britain. Hope you came through that okay. Really was thinking of you guys, was following that online, and yeah, I hope you came through, and I hope calmer and warmer days are taking place right now as you're watching this. Hope you have power, hope it's warmer, hope the weather's calmer, and really just thoughts and prayers to you and everybody over there in Great Britain. Also, I don't know if I mentioned my coffee mug this morning. I received this coffee mug from my sister-in-law, Marilyn, I believe, and it has to do with the name Mark. And there you see the coat of arms there for Mark, and it says here, Mark, offspring of Mars. Mark is an early Roman name, i.e. Mark Antony. Saint Mark the Evangelist was eventually Bishop of Alexandria. His remains are now enshrined in St. Mark's Church in Venice. The Venetians stamped his badge, a winged lion, on their coins, leading to the European coin called a mark. I never knew that, and I got that right off of the coffee mug there. How cool is that? Yeah, and as far as the winged lion, any artwork or illustrations I've seen of St. Mark, they always show a lion in some way. The lion is associated with St. Mark. And you know what? I think that's why my appeal to the Cuffery shave soap from Denton Majik shave soaps, they got this great artwork of a lion on here. I forgot to mention it. I mean, it's just fantastic. Absolutely love that. And yeah, I've always been attracted to this kind of lion art. I just think that's cool. Maybe it's because of my name and just the association of a lion to St. Mark. But yeah, I did want to mention that. And we did have a shave with this. The review is going to run this week. Really, really terrific shave soap. So, check that out later on this week. Wanted to mention that before I forgot because I think we'll be talking about it in New Shaving Gear as well. Remind me to talk about this in New Shaving Gear. So, wow. Again, one more time, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Just great to see you. Great to get together with you and talk all things wet shaving. You know what? It's that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Okay, got some great topics to touch on here in this morning's refill. The first comes from Charles Price, who writes, hey Mark, great mailbag as usual. I believe the practice of scooping and scraping has become more common lately, as there are a lot of groups on Facebook and social media where people do pass-arounds or pay it forward, where they share soaps throughout a group. I think you're correct on that, Charles. We talked about scooping versus brush loading because of the lather lid and brush scuttles and shaving scuttles and all kinds of stuff like that. And of course, Cuffery is a very good example because they recommend bowl lathering, and they give you a poker chip that you can use to scoop out the shave soap and place it in your shaving bowl, your shaving scuttle. And I think you're correct because Douglas Smythe was saying that brush loading through the history of the traditional wet shave has been the preferred method of doing building a lather in a scuttle, like the Dreamscape scuttle here. You would wet the puck, wet the brush, take the brush, load, swirl, load, and then take that loaded brush and then place it in the scuttle, and then build your, let me just hold this like this so I don't drop it, and then take your brush and then, build your lather that way. Scooping, from what Douglas Smythe was telling me, is something relatively new. And Charles, I think you're correct. I think people want to pass around a shaving soap so everyone can try it. And the most sanitary way of doing that is to, use a poker chip or a Phoenix shaving guitar pick like this. Thanks, Beth. And scoop it out and put that into your scuttle, your shaving bowl, and build a lather way. That way, you're not contaminating it. I think it's where it probably started. You can use a coin, a pick, a poker chip that I just showed you, those kinds of things. So yeah, I think that is probably how it started. Charles, thanks very much for mentioning that. Jimmy V checked in. Viewer Jimmy V Photography. Jimmy V checked in and he said, watching the Monday morning mailbag right now at the folding razor soft case point. Yeah, we'll be talking about that again. My travel scuttle, I would just hang in the shower on the soap rack to dry. Figured if it fell, no damage. The moonscape, I just turn upside down on a folded towel on my counter. The next time back in the den, I put it back on the shelf in a normal position. As you say, it's just water in there. I have put a couple of ounces of 90% rubbing alcohol in and shake it around to disinfect it out if I'm going on the road. I really don't think it's necessary, but it's just another thing to play with. The lather lid looks cool. I'm just thinking it looks like it would beat the heck out of the brush. Really looking forward to your review. Well, I did have 2 reviews that ran last week. Check them out. They ran back to back. The lather lid right here, and yeah, it's plastic. I don't think it's going to be too terribly harsh on, say, a synthetic shaving brush. But I can't say about natural shaving brushes or anything like that. So time will tell, I guess. I would probably get one just to have, but I bring the travel scuttle when I travel. I'm always checking luggage so I have room. That Blackland 3D printed razor sounds cool. Again, looking forward to your review. Have a great week, Jimmy V. Hey, I am looking forward to the Blackland era 3D printed razor as well. That is 3D printed in stainless steel. Wow, really amazing technology out there. Manufacturing technology is really, it's becoming space age. It really is amazing. Now, as far as the travel scuttle, yeah, you know what? This thing is indestructible. It's polypropylene. You can hang this up and let it drain. And yeah, you could put a little bit, we talked about maybe putting a little bit of alcohol in there, swishing it around, maybe to kill any kind of germs that might be in there, but it's a hot water in, hot water out. I don't know if that's going to really affect it in any way. I was talking about the Dreamscape scuttle. What I usually do is after I dump out the water, I fold a towel on the sink counter and I set it upside down so this opening has a little bit of air to get into so it drains out completely. And then I'll just leave the cork out and store it someplace on the shelf, on a counter, that sort of thing. Lately, I've just been dumping the water out and just holding it up, just setting it on there upright. And it doesn't seem to be worse for the wear. The water eventually evaporates as long as I'm leaving that opening, open. So the brush scuttle, I'm just actually what I'm doing is I'm just drying this out completely with a towel, a secondary towel that I have, and then just setting it aside. That is great. Now, the one thing I wanted to mention that I just happened to think of, the brush scuttle. The way this works is you're putting hot water in here, then you're taking this inner chamber and you're just dropping it in like that. And then the heat from this larger chamber is heating up this inner chamber, and that's where you drop your brush in. If you're doing a face lather, you just drop your brush in there, and then the lather on the knot stays nice and warm. So when you pull it out to do another shaving pass, it's nice and warm. And I was thinking, the travel scuttle could probably do double duty. If you're not using it to do a bowl lather or build a lather in it, you could just add some hot water, even microwave it a little bit. And when you're doing a face lather, you could just drop your brush in there and it should stay warm the same way as a brush scuttle. So it's kind of like having a portable brush scuttle. My question is, anybody out there that has a travel scuttle, have you used it that way? I was thinking you could probably do that. add hot tap water or even microwave it a little bit. Don't build your lather here. Do your face lather, drop your brush in, and you should have a nice warm brush because it's, you've got this whole container here is nice and warm from the hot water in it. So that's what I was thinking. So yeah, it kind of does double duty for warm lathers, either with a face lather or building a lather in it right there, just building a lather in it. So I'm just curious, does anybody use the brush scuttle, the travel scuttle in that way as sort of a travel brush scuttle? That's kind of my question there. So Jimmy V, your comment kind of jogged my memory on that. So thanks very much for mentioning that. I really do appreciate it. 10 fluid ounce, 30 minutes wrote, Aquaphor to handle shaving irritation. This is also available in drugstores and grocery stores. You don't need to go through Amazon depending on where you live. Yeah, we talked about this as a remedy for shaving irritation, that sort of thing. Viewer sent that tip in, and yeah, look for it locally. A lot of the stuff that is on Amazon is sometimes available locally. I was very surprised to find some products at my big box store or a grocery store that I thought was only available on Amazon. And no, you can find it in your local drugstore, grocery store, big box store. That's kind of neat. And for some reason, I get the impression, I could be wrong, that as the wet shave, the traditional wet shave, starts to really explode, and my gut feeling, my hunch is it is exploding. A lot of people are really starting to gravitate towards it. More and more of these products will populate these stores, so you don't have to buy them online. You'll start seeing some of these products at drugstores, grocery stores, and big box stores. At least my hunch, my hope, kind of what I think, it's kind of the direction I think it's going in. I could be wrong. Comment below and let me know if you think I'm right on that. Bart Bartlett checked in. He said, Happy Valentine's Day. Well, the last Monday morning mailbag was on February 14th. Lots of good tips and info in today's Monday morning mailbag, but I still don't think it's smart to leave a razor blade in the razor when traveling. This had to do with the tip we got about flipping the base plate. And that way you could keep a blade in the razor without cutting yourself. Because when you flip the base plate, I'm going to take the O-ring off of that. When you flip the base plate over like that and put it back on, okay, you get this kind of configuration here, okay? And that's actually a flat surface. This is actually a flat surface or a flatter surface, and the blade is not exposed, and it sits flat in there, so the edges are not really exposed, and you can then go ahead and put this in your DOP kit, and you really won't cut yourself if you go in there handling the razor. Bart, I'm with you. I will not store a razor blade in a razor like that. I won't do it. That's why they have razor cases. And if I were to be traveling, I would make sure to use a plastic case like this. Take a plastic case like this, where you can duck used blades in the back safely, dispose of them safely, that sort of thing. And I would use a razor holder or a razor case of some kind, and just keep the blade out of the razor when I'm repacking in my DOP kit. However, I realize there are some instances where, you know what, for whatever reason, you might not be able to do that, whatever the reason is, and it's just another tool in the tool belt. And if you run into a situation where you absolutely have to keep the blade in the razor for whatever reason, you can flip the base plate and you should be good to go for the most part. So yeah, I'm with you, but then again, I realize sometimes these little tips and tricks come in handy when you least expect it. Viewer, Better Every Shave wrote, Hi Mark, thank you for another great Monday morning mailbag. I'm fascinated by 3D printing and the concept that anyone can print their own designs. It revolutionizes prototyping and otherwise makes small-scale manufacturing by individuals a possibility. Thanks for covering this topic. The one thing I forgot, well, thanks very much for that, Better Every Shave. The one thing I forgot to mention is there's an episode of Jay Leno's Garage, and I'll link it below. It's on YouTube, where, and it's about 10 years old already, this episode. So when you watch this episode, you can just imagine how much farther the technology has come. they're showing how you can scan an object and scan it in, get it into your computer-aided design program, and then output it to a CNC machine, or not a CNC machine, a 3D printing machine, and actually print that object in plastic. And the whole idea here is that Jay Leno had a part from a Stanley Steamer automobile that he was repairing, and they don't make those parts anymore. But the part that needed to be replaced, it was cracked in half, and what they did was they glued it back together. They did a 3D scan of it. They put it into the computer. Now they can go ahead and do a 3D print of it. They print it out in 3D in plastic. Then they can take that and actually mount it on the engine to see that if the tolerances are correct, if the clearance is good, if it works and it fits correctly. If they know that, then they can go ahead and take that design and send it to a CNC machine, and then actually cut the part, make the part, machine the part in, say, a stainless steel or aluminum or whatever it is that they want to whatever material they want to manufacture it in. So that's kind of neat. I will link that below so you can see that episode. The technology is amazing. Now, the Blackland Era razor is 3D printed in stainless steel. That's why I say the Jay Leno Garage episode is like 10 years old, 11 years old, and now they're already doing 3D printing in stainless steel. 10 years ago, I don't think they were doing that. It's amazing. This is additive machining. When you're machining a part, a razor, let's say you're going to make this razor, you're going to CNC machine this out of, say, stainless or aluminum. You're putting in a larger piece and you're cutting material away, to get this razor. With 3D printing, it's additive. You're not taking anything away. You're combining the material to get that shape. That's what's so amazing. So really, really fascinating, amazing cutting edge technology. As I say, it's impacting the traditional wet shave and the products that are available to us. Great time to be doing the traditional wet shave. That's why I always say manufacturers, sellers, producers out there are taking advantage of this cutting edge technology and really making available some really, really amazing products using it. So thanks for that very much, Better Every Shaver. Really do appreciate the comment. Allowed me to talk a little bit about Jay Leno's Garage. I'll link it below so that you just click on the link. It'll take you to the video. Really, really pretty amazing. 10 fluid ounce, 30 minutes also added. Cleaning the non-openable scuttle. Water hardness will probably accumulate, but that can be taken care of with hot vinegar sitting in the interior space for several minutes, or maybe the use of a coffee pot cleaner. Microbial control is probably less important. The shaving scuttle is not the same exactly as a neti pot. Yeah, it's just hot water in, hot water out. But thanks for the tip regarding hot vinegar, that sort of thing. I haven't had my scuttle long enough for my Dreamscape scuttle long enough for that to be any kind of a concern. I've had the travel scuttle for quite some time, but I haven't noticed any odors or anything that's off in there. And again, when I store it, I'm not corking it. I'm just leaving it open like that, and just making sure that it dries out, it airs out properly. Same thing with the Dreamscape scuttle. Both of them are really, really terrific, and I'll have links below if you're interested in getting one. The brush scuttle also. I love the brush scuttle. I'm primarily a face latherer. This is wonderful, but the other scuttles are great too, especially when I'm going to be using a shave soap that's where they recommend bowl lathering. So that's great. It's great to kind of mix things up, change things around, makes for a fresh approach to the shave in the morning. Absolutely love it. It makes me look forward to my next shave because I kind of think, well, what can I do? I can use this razor. I can use this blade. Hey, instead of using the brush scuttle, I think I'll use my Dreamscape scuttle. Or maybe I'll use a lather lip. It's just really a great way to be doing the traditional wet shave. So Thanks very much for that comment, 10 fluid ounce, 30 minutes. And thanks to everyone who contributed. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much. We'll do it again next week. Okay, it's time to check out some new shaving gear. Okay, let's kick things off with something from viewer Rodney Ripplinger. Along with the coffee that he sent, the Cameron coffee that he sent, he also happened to send some RK chromium razor blades. Wanted to make mention of these because Beth Jones very kindly sent the RK stainless blades for the Henson razor. And we'll be using these and reviewing these very, very soon. But Rodney here writes, I have enclosed a couple of boxes of blades I purchased from Pete Hendricks, HC&C Shaving. These are the RK brand from India, the chromium-coated version. I noticed you got some RK blades that are a stainless version for your Henson razor. Yes, again, from Beth Jones. Thank you very much, Beth. Pete enclosed a sample of the stainless RKs I haven't tried out yet. He goes on to say, I think these, the chromium, I think these are the best blades I have tried out so far. The blades are so smooth, not oversold on Pete's webpage at all. I like them better than the Nassets I've been using. I saw one other place that carried them and they wanted over twice as much as Pete sells them for. So Hendricks Classics Shaving, they have this, Hendricks Classics. I'll link it below. But Hendricks has these chromium-coated blades. Henson has the stainless blades. Looking forward to trying these in the Henson razor and then perhaps trying these and comparing the two and seeing what the difference is. But yeah, really, I mean, as I say, a great time to be doing the traditional wet shave because every time you turn around, there's yet another option out there. So my thanks to Rodney for sending these along. And again, thank you very much to Beth Jones for sending these. I'm really looking forward to trying these right off the bat in the Henson razor. Really, really looking forward to trying those. So thanks very much for that. Also, before I forget, one more time, wanted to mention Denton Majik, Kusafiri, the folks at Mark Denton, the folks at Denton Majik, Mark Denton, very kindly also sent some samples. And I tell you, the one that really caught my attention is Bright. This is a shave soap called Bright. Wow, this was really, really, boy, that is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful scent. Like this a lot. It's got it really is bright. It's got some really, really wonderful citrus notes in it. So yeah, looking forward to reviewing this and trying this as well. Again, Denton Majik shave soaps. I'll link them below if you're interested in Kusafiri or any of the other shave soaps that they have. They've got a soap base called Game Changer. Again, the review runs this week on Kusafiri. It really is a terrific lathering soap. Bowl lathering recommended. Speaking of lathering, James Gaza, Jim from Northfield checked in and said, hey, Mark, I went to Walmart yesterday and discovered this shave cream. Well, this is the Nivea shave cream that we've been talking about. But I make mention of it because Jim has got some feedback on it, and it's available at Walmart. So check your local Walmart for this. It's excellent and comes out to only around 50 cents an ounce. It lathers with a brush beautifully. You have to try it. I didn't purchase the moisturizer, but I may in the future. Jim. Oh, one other thing he says, this is what the Dollar Tree razor on the left compares to the Gillette 7 o'clock Sterling razor. The Dollar Tree razor has a 7.5 out of 10 aggression rate. You get much blade feel, yet it wasn't harsh like I thought it would be. So yeah, hey, thanks very much for that also, Jim, because Jim mentioned this new razor from the Dollar Tree store. It looks exactly or very, very similar to the Gillette 7 o'clock razor. So yeah, looking forward to that. I got to check my Dollar Tree store to see if they have one there. Jim, I will let you know. Chuck Price checks in and says, hi, Mark. While not really a shaving den picture, this is a follow-up to the tip I sent you a few weeks ago. This is a picture of a rack I picked up on Amazon for $4. You can't beat the price. Thanks for all the hard work you do on the channel, Charles. Yeah, and he also sent along a link, And we're showing you the pictures of what he has in his shaving den and also the actual product on Amazon. $4. So if you're looking for a very, very affordable razor stand, this is a very, very good option. Thank you very much for that, Charles. Really do appreciate it. Glenn T checked in. Hey, Mark, another awesome Monday morning mailbag, and congratulations on hitting 7,000 subscriptions. Hey, Mark, I just put in for an order to Soap Commander for their shave soap sampler pack, in which you get 13 of their shave soap samples for $14 plus shipping. I've never tried Soap Commander before, so I thought the sample pack would be perfect for the first time order to see which scents I like before I order a big tub of any certain soap scent. I just thought I would add this to the comment to let the viewers know that Soap Commander sells a sampler soap package at a reasonable price. If they're like myself and they've never tried Soap Commander before, well, here's an option for you. Thank you very much for that, Glenn. I really do appreciate it. I didn't know they sold a sampler. When I first tried Soap Commander, I bought a couple of larger pucks. I like it. I'm impressed with it. I need to place an order again. However, I'm thinking maybe I'll order a sampler. However, that Vision looks like it's a very, very good soap. I think it's called Vision. I like that. I might just order a large tub of that and just go with that. Well, we'll see. But thanks very much for that, Glenn, for making viewers aware that if they want to try Soap Commander shave soaps, they do have a sampler pack at a very reasonable price. Viewer Redstone said that Spearhead case is a great find. I'm picking one up. Yeah, this is it right here. We talked about it last week. Just thought I'd show it again. Really, really neat razor case. It's based on a design from the 1918 military version. And there it is right there. Enough room for a 3-piece razor and some razor blades. 4-inch handle was what I was able to fit in here. A razor, 3-piece razor with a 4-inch handle. Well, as a matter of fact, I used this one right here. The Parker 56R. This fit in here very, very nicely. Check out the previous Monday morning mailbag for that, to see that action. Really, really terrific. But yeah, wanted to make mention of it again because it really is a nice item. And it's made in the USA from USA materials. So really, terrific item from the folks at Spearhead. So Redstone, thanks for making mention of that again. And they give you a really nice informational card that sits in there like that when you first get it. And it's a really nice item. So yeah, thanks for mentioning that again, Redstone. Really do appreciate it. Chuck Price checks in again. Hey, Chuck. He says, "Good morning, Mark. While it's not new shaving gear." Yeah, let me get this over here like this. Okay. He checks in. "Good morning, Mark. While it's not new shaving gear, the Roman Empire shaving line on Amazon is a deal. If you search it on Amazon, they sell a few different razors, all named after Roman gods. The packaging is nice and all come with 20 assorted blades. This is how I found the Voskhod blade. They have a DE89 clone, who doesn't, and a textile razor, as well as a few different shavette styles. It's a low-cost way to try wet shaving, and I have given a few to guys at my job to try out, and they all seem to like it. Thanks for all you do, Chuck." Yeah, Chuck, I went up there, and I saw it for less than $10. I couldn't believe it. Went to my Amazon shop with points account, and I had enough points to where this only cost me $1.49. So, I had enough points just to justify like about $9.5. So with the tax and everything, it worked out to like $1.49. But yeah, here it is, Roman Empire shaving, right here, very, very nice. I got the Caesar for less than $10. Well, $1.49. But if I was going to pay full price, it would be less than $10. And here it is right here. You open it up, and yeah, there's the razor, right? And then you're absolutely right. They give you 4 tucks of razor blades. They give you a pack of Voschods. Here's a pack of Astras. Here's Gillette 7 o'clock. And finally, here's a pack of Gillette Platinum. How about that? That is pretty slick. It's in a nice case. Presentation is very, very nice. And let's just pull this out like this. Okay, now I've already looked at this already, and I've already inserted a buffer ring myself. The buffer ring is mine. So there it is. There's the razor head there, and they've got some branding on there like that. I don't know if you can see that. I'll rock it back and forth so you can kind of see that. And then they have a very hefty handle here, like this. Very, very hefty handle. Nice knurling. It's like a very, very close knurling kind of a thing. I have not used this yet, but there it is. How about that? Not bad. Less than $10 on Amazon. And yeah, again, an Edwin Jagger DE89 style razor head. I don't know if this is going to be mild or aggressive. I have no idea. Sometimes razors in this price point, could be hit or miss. Then again, their quality might be very, very consistent. I don't know. So I'm gonna shave with this and review it, and looking forward to that. That's kind of neat. And again, if it's a mild razor or mild to medium aggression level, really good starter razor for somebody out there. You can introduce them to wet shaving, and they can get some really, really nice razor blades with it too. That's very, very surprising. So yeah, I was like, and it's kind of neat because here I'm talking about my name, and it mentions Mark Antony, and here we're talking about Roman Empire razors. There's a connection there. Who knew? So thanks very much for that, Chuck. Really do appreciate it. That's great, and I'm happy to pass it on to other viewers. And like I say, if you have $10 laying around, you want to try another razor or obtain a razor as a gift for someone, this might be a very good way to go. And wrapping up, viewer Ron Wright informs us, "Hey Mark, sad news for us Williams fans. They ceased production. I haven't seen it at our Wegmans in a few weeks. Then one of the guys on the One Shave forum said he got an email back from the company about this. I had to find out for myself and emailed them last night. Here's a copy of their reply. Feel free to pass this along if you want." Well, here's the reply right here. And they write him and they say, "Dear Mr. Wright, thank you for contacting us regarding Williams Mug Soap. We are sorry to hear about your experience. We are sorry to inform you Williams Mug Soap has been discontinued. Thank you for your interest in Williams Mug Soap. Sincerely, Caesar, Consumer Resources Consultant." Wow. Wow. I'm kind of shocked by that Williams Mug Shave Soap isn't going to be available anymore. So, if you see it on the shelf of your local big box store or grocery store or drugstore and you like it, grab some, stock up, because according to what Ron is saying and according to what he received from the folks at Williams Mug Shave Soap, it is being discontinued, or it has been discontinued. I'll look around. I'm going to look around and see if I can find any other information on it. And, hopefully we'll talk about it again next week or in a future Monday morning mailbag. But thank you very much for letting us know. Again, if you like Williams Mug Shave Soap, you might want to stock up on it right now because it looks like it's going away. So thanks very much for that, Ron. Really do appreciate that. And thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone contributing to this week's new shaving gear. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. This first question comes from a viewer named John Mack. Now, he left this question in the comments section of the 7,000 subscriber giveaway. I did not answer it there because, again, I don't want to upset the entry count by putting my name up there. Anyhow, John Mack says, "Congrats. A bit unrelated, but CAD or Good Vibrations, if you could only have one." Well, they're both great shave soaps. They're both great scents. I have Good Vibrations in CK1, which is a great formula. I have CAD in CK6, fantastic. Like both of these scents, the Good Vibrations is the Boardwalk Barbershop scent. So yeah, it's got a kind of a classic barbershop scent with a little bit of a summer vibe to it. As you can see from the artwork, kind of brings that out too. But Cad, based on a classic scent, really, really wonderful. I got to lean towards Cad. I think it's a little more versatile. I think it fits in on any occasion. You can use it year round. I really, really like this. Now, the other reason why I like it is because, I can use the Barbasol 1919 as a pre-shave. This shave cream is a pre-shave and it pairs up nicely with Cad if I want to change things around. But the one thing that I took notice of on the decision to lean towards Cad was my travel scuttle. I got my travel scuttle right here, and there was an order that I placed, and I went up to look at samples that I could take, sample soaps and sample containers that I could take with my travel scuttle, and I ended up getting Cad. Yeah, Cad, that's what I got. So that tells me that if I'm going to take this traveling with me in the travel scuttle here, that tells me that, this is a little more versatile. It fits in for a wide variety of occasions and events. And, it's kind of a safe bet. That's why I would pick this over Good Vibrations. Good Vibrations, very, very good. But I think Cad is a little, like I say, a little more versatile. It's just an awesome scent based on a classic scent. And that's why I think I would go with it. Having selected those samples for travel, just told me, it's got to be Cad. And Future Fiction is available as a sample too, and I love Future Fiction. That was the first shave soap that I used from Phoenix Shaving. It's the first one that I used and tried, and I was just blown away. Love Future Fiction. That's up there as a sample, but you know what? I selected Cad. Now that I think about it, I might get Future Fiction as a travel sample as well. But it's between the two of them, it's definitely Cad. Absolutely wonderful, classic scent. And this rendition is just absolutely beautiful. I like them both, but I got to lean towards Cad. I think it's a little more versatile. It'll fit in on any event, any occasion, evening out or an afternoon picnic, that sort of thing. So terrific scent. So thanks very much for that, John Mack. I hope that answers your question. And it's great. They're both great scents. And you know what? I'm happy to have both of them. Really, they're absolutely fantastic. Thanks again for the question. Really do appreciate it. Okay, this comment comes from viewer Baha Guler. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Baha. And he writes, for some reason, I find that Boar brushes work best for me. Synthetics are all nice and fancy, but don't do a great job of working the lather into my whiskers. Even if I bowl lather with a Boar brush, the application of the lather onto my face is much more successful than a synthetic. Because of this, I believe I have best shaves when I use a Boar bristle brush. I guess my face likes it old-fashioned and doesn't like the vegan stuff. I should add that I have a coarse and stubborn beard, and my neck hair is curly and prone to ingrown hair. Maybe that's another reason why I enjoy the Boar the most. Baha, that's fine. Again, it's your shave, your face, your rules, your shave. Absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. I need to use my Boar brushes a little more in some of the reviews I do because they are very, very good. Now, I will say I have two different brands, two different makes of Boar brushes. I have the Samog Boar brushes, and I also have the Omega Boar brushes. Both of them are very good, but you know what? I'm leaning towards Omega, and I'm wondering which one is your favorite, the Omega, the Samog, or some other brand. These are very, very good. I have this one here, and I have this larger professional brush is what they call it. Now, there's an Italian barber. There's a video of an Italian barber on YouTube who agrees with you. He feels that the Boar brush is the only brush you need when doing the traditional wet shave. I will link that video below because he really gives some great information and some tips and tricks when it comes to doing the traditional wet shave. And of course, he's promoting his own product line, but he insists that the Boar brush is the best way to do it. He also talks about the trick on how to break in a Boar brush. You know, keeping it in a jar of cold water for 3 days in the refrigerator and then bringing it out, and it should help to kind of speed in the break-in period, that sort of thing. Yeah, really interesting video. Again, I'll link it below. But yeah, I need to use the Boar brush on some of the reviews, do a bowl lather, do a face lather with them, that sort of thing. And I understand why you might like a Boar brush a little bit better, because maybe it has a little more backbone to it. The bristles are possibly a little more stiff, and they're able to exfoliate and lift your beard a little bit better than some synthetic brushes. I understand that. You know, again, it's such a great time to be doing the traditional wet shave, because we have all these options, all these choices, all these different tools for our tool belt. So if one doesn't work, there's something else there that'll probably work better for us. And if the Boar brush works for you and you find that that's to your favor, great. As I say, your face, your rules. So whatever works for you, wonderful. And I'm happy to hear that the Boar brush works for you. But the two Boar brushes that from Omega that I like a lot are this one, the professional one, and this one right here. I can't remember the name. When I find the name, I'll post it. I'll link this below in the description. I can't remember the model number of it. Mark Bagwell introduced me to the Omega line of Boar brushes. Thank you again, Mark. They are terrific. They really, really are terrific. The Semogue brush is very good as well. However, I find the Omega, I'm leaning towards these a little more. When I'm looking to use a Boar brush, this is what I'm picking up. So yeah, definitely going to have to use this Boar brush. You know what? I'm looking forward to using this in the Dreamscape scuttle as well. That'll be a lot of fun to use. So yeah, again, that's why I like the traditional wet shave. There's so many options and so many combinations of items you could put together. I really, really look forward to my next shave. So yeah, I'm going to use the Boar brush in the Dreamscape scuttle. Going to use it for a face lather again. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So thanks very much for the comment on this and your experience, Baha. Really do appreciate it. I think a lot of viewers will really come away with a little more information and help them make a decision when getting their next shaving brush. So thanks again, Baha. Really do appreciate it. Okay, Larry Sablotny commented, I didn't get as good a lather in my scuttle that you used today. I'm using the supply lather and put it on the brush, then into the scuttle to build a lather. I may need to put more lather on the brush. I'm using a synthetic brush, wet it, and squeeze out excess water before putting on the shave cream. You know, Larry, in using the Dreamscape scuttle, as I've mentioned, I've used it both ways, brush load, scoop load, and I've been using, let's say I use a synthetic brush with it. I've used my silver tip Badger brush with it, and I've been getting some great results. I think the key is soap to water ratio. That's what it comes down to. I sometimes find myself shifting gears when I go from one brand of shave soap to another. I think that sometimes with maybe the Sterling shave soap, I have to use a little more soap, scoop it in, or brush load a little more with a Sterling soap, whereas with a Phoenix shaving soap, I don't have to use as much. But the CK6 formula likes a little more water, so I'm always adding water, whether I'm doing a bowl lather or a face lather. So yeah, I think that's what is going on. I think you just have to find the correct ratio of water to shaving cream or water to soap. And sometimes I find that if you're shifting gears, if you're going from shaving soap, one brand to another, or from a shaving cream to a shaving soap, you're going to have to maybe kind of remember what the ratio was. I think a good rule of thumb that I've always used is load more soap than water. And if I have too much soap, I can always add water to it and then hit the right consistency of lather. Yeah, I might get more lather than I bargained for, but that's okay. I still get I'd rather do it that way than have too thin of a lather and too watery of a lather. I guess that's the way I look at it. So yeah, I think you just have to play with the ratio and maybe use a little more. Maybe instead of loading the cream on your brush, load it right into the bowl. Just take a little more and load it right into the bowl. I know that when I'm pulling shaving cream out of a tube rather than a tub, I tend to put a little more as it's coming out on my finger there because I think it's kind of an optical illusion. I always go a little more when it's coming out of a tube because then I think it's the equivalent of getting a dollop, on my finger right out of a tub. So I think if I see that it's about the same as a dollop, it's out of a tube. If it comes out of a tube and it's about the same as a dollop out of a tub, I tend to add a little more from the tube. Then it'll probably be the equivalent of a dollop. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Yeah. So I think you just have to play with ratios. At least that's what I found with shaving creams out of tubes and out of tubs. I always try to add a little more out of a tube, so it's the equivalent of what a dollop would be out of a tub. There, that's a better way of saying it, a little clearer, I think. So I think you just have to play with the ratio. I hear Supply shaving cream is very, very good. Just play with it. Try to get a dollop, throw it in the bowl, and then add water as you go, and you'll probably get a better result. That's my guess. But thanks very much for the comment, Larry. I hope that helps. If anybody else has any tips or suggestions in using the Supply shaving soap in a scuttle, please comment below. Let us know. And, Larry, I hope that you get some other suggestions from other viewers. It's been my experience, so I hope they share their experience as well. And I hope that informs you a little more on how to build a lather with the scuttle and the Supply shaving cream. Thanks very much, Larry. Really do appreciate it. Okay, viewer Al Spencer checks in with this recommendation. Mark, this might be something you would want to mention on Monday Morning Mailbag. It might only be for Apple products. Someone in Shave Talk mentioned an app called My Shave Den in the App Store. I downloaded it a couple weeks ago, and I'm having a ball. You can record and track everything in your shave den, log all your shaves with everything you used, a place for notes, and a photo if you want. Note, it's not free, and the basic version has limitations as to how many items you can enter. For another small fee, you can upgrade to the Pro version with no limits. I spent a little time entering everything, but that's the fun of having a hobby, right? You can even add a photo to each item you enter into your den. The developers did a great job. Is anyone else using this? Hey, Al, thanks very much for that. And yeah, is anyone else out there using My Shave Den? I did check. If you go to myshaveden.com, that's the website there. You can learn a little bit more about this app, and you will see that it is only for Apple. It's not available for Android. Now, Android, I did a search on Android, and they do have a couple of apps up there. They have one called Shaving Buddy that I downloaded and installed, and I don't know much about it. They have some other things here. I'll have to look at it and kind of investigate that a little bit more. There's another one here. I think that's about it. Shaving Buddy, and of course, there's the Phoenix shaving app. You want to get that one, and that's available for both the iPhone and the Android phone. But yeah, I have to actually look at this a little more and see what is available. The Shaving Buddy, I downloaded it. It looks like it's getting a 3.5 out of 5-star rating. Some people like it, other people not so much. Again, I'll have to investigate a little more. I downloaded it for my tablet, and I'll give you a look at it right here for this particular one here. Let me see if yeah, here's where it is right here. That's what it looks like, right? You can start a new shave. And then you can select a razor, select a blade, select a brush, that sort of thing. And then you can give it a rating and put in some comments and that sort of thing. I have never used it. I just downloaded it onto my tablet to see what it was like. I'm going to investigate some of the others. if anyone has used my shave den and you can add some comments to Al's recommendation, that'd be great. Would love to hear that. If anybody else knows of another app on the Android side that is compatible, not compatible, but comparable to my shave den, please let us know. Really, really interesting how the traditional wet shave is even inspiring the creation of apps. Amazing, really amazing how the traditional wet shave is kind of inspiring technology, from 3D printing to phone apps. Amazing, really, really amazing. So Al, thanks very much for that recommendation. Really, really do appreciate it. Absolutely fantastic to hear about an app that can help with your daily shave. Track your gear, take a photo, add notes. That's really, really remarkable. Like that a lot. And again, if you know of a comparable app for the Android side, please comment below, let us know. All right, Al, thanks again for that recommendation. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George. Other cartoons, other videos like this, I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great, great shaving gear. Check out VikingsBlade.com for some great shaving gear. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marks80, where you'll find all the products I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.